remember the day my husband picked me up from prison. You wait a long time to hear your name called over the intercom. And I remember that there were a lot of girls that I watched leave prison thinking, man, my day will come. Someday my day will come. It was kind of interesting because at the prisons that I was at, the night before the girls left prison, they would go to the R&O department and they would give them these blue Ked shoes. So you knew when somebody was walking around with those blue shoes that they were on their way out the door. I remember my friend Heidi saying what I wouldn't give to try on a pair of those blue shoes just because it represented freedom to us. I did my first year in Oakland, California, which was higher security. I think my first year was just denial. I was just in so much pain and denial. I could not believe that I was going to have to I had a 7-year prison sentence, and I could not believe I was going to have to serve that much time. Then I was put in the SHU, and people have asked why segregation. I thought it was because I was blogging about the prison. I still think that's why. They never told me why. I also was told that my counselor had the hots for me. I have no idea because nothing ever inappropriate happened. But I think what happened was the prison didn't like what I was writing about the prison. That prison's been shut down now. And they used the whole counselor thing in order to put me in the SHU. So I was there for almost a month. That was not fun either. Very small isolation cell. You just kind of pace the cell back and forth. And you don't know when you're going to get out. So that's kind of scary. And then I was transferred on Carnair, which is also very uncomfortable. But I ended up landing in Waseca, Minnesota. And I was there for about 3 years. And I remember when I was there, I finally accepted that I was going to have to serve the rest of my time. And it was a very painful process. It was also a freeing process for me to get to a place where I was like, okay, I know now this is the time I have to do. What am I going to do with it? And honestly, by the time I left prison, I felt really good about myself. I got shipped back to California, Victorville, California at the end of my prison sentence. I loved the sun. I loved being outside. And the day I walked out of that prison, I walked out with a heart so full, and my husband was waiting for me with flowers. And it was overwhelming and intimidating, but such a joyful moment for me to think back on.